D. Durrell. I am broadcasting here, chilling, driving on my way from the office to the house. Had a long day of work today. Not too long, but I got some things to do. I also work from home as well as working in the office and in multiple locations. So just wanted to chop it up with you all. I'm doing the vertical thing again. I like the vertical look. I like it and everything. So I'm on my way to the house and shit. After been actually worked real early today. I was at the dollar store today interviewing, trying to get new staff. Got some things accomplished with that. Also, going back and forth to the office on some mental health stuff. And so, particularly, this particular topic today is about balancing being a content creator and a therapist. My profession, not really just a therapist alone, but also as a business person who spends a great deal of time on business, not just the therapeutic side of things, but also the business and the financial side of things. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that while I'm on my way. May have to do I have a few little errands I have to maybe take care of before I get home, but I wanted to chop it up with you all. Shout out to everybody that watched my last video. I know it was a impromptu, but I had a great deal of people who decided to check it out and they support the channel. I'm going to do more of these vertical uploads on this particular channel, and I'll see how it goes. See if I get traction on it. I want to say that there was a period of time when it was a struggle for me to balance between content creation and my profession. There was never a time. There was never, and I repeat, there was never a time when I placed content creation over my profession. That would never, ever happen. And for those that allow content creation, I don't care how much money you make, because this app, this platform is not a guaranteed way of making money long term. Even though there are people who are making millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars, even thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars, but only a small percentage of people make enough money where people feel like they have the opportunity or the freedom to compromise their profession. If the opportunity presented itself in which I was able to make just as much or more money as I make in my profession, just on the fact that the consistency of what I do for a living and the fact that I control my own destiny, you don't have that privilege when you're on YouTube. Pretty much, YouTube controls your destiny. They control how you're treated in the algorithm. They control how much super chat money, the percentage that you are able to earn. They control how you conduct yourself. They control if you're monetized or not. And they have had a history of quickly snatching away opportunities and a person's well-being without thinking about it, and they move on. They have a history of doing that. Appreciate those that have came in. Appreciate you all for coming in. Again, this is D. Durrell Life Solutions, and I'm talking about balancing being a therapist and balancing being a content creator, which being a therapist for the most part takes precedence over that. It's the number one priority. This is something that I invested years of my life studying, obtaining 2 degrees, internships, licensure, gaining meaningful experience. the financial investment, the business investment in owning my own practice clinic. I have a lot of other opportunities that are coming along the way. Very huge investments that basically have hindered my ability or my need or want or urge to even go live on my D. Durrell, the Rebirth Live channel. One of the reasons why I'm on this channel alone, because really, in the essence of what I've done, both positive and negative on YouTube, I initially began creating content like this, talking about mental health, talking about healthcare related issues, insurance related issues, business related issues, and giving my particular take, and also sprinkled in some pro-black situations that occurred online or in real life or real social media issues, period. The struggle for me started from the beginning. Like, I don't like video editing. I don't. And that really what hindered me from the beginning. It was very difficult for me I bought a software, editing the video, putting music in it, and deciding whether or not I'm going to be. I did all of my live videos from my phone, downloading it to the computer, editing it, downloading it to YouTube, all of that stuff. This was before StreamYard. Very time consuming. I decided to get the StreamYard, which actually increased my ability to go. Also, I bought a different software, Wondershare or Filmora, which is a lot quicker than the previous editing software that I had. A lot better, a lot more advanced. And so I used that. And it allowed me within 18, 19 to create more videos. 17, I probably created, I think, 80 videos the whole year. And I began doing content the New Year's Day. I created content. I did so basically 80 videos. That's basically about what, 8 videos a month. That's not a lot of content. That is not a lot of content at all. So again, and I did a lot of content talking about my just every day at my practice, function as a professional. I was talking to you all as I was in the field, seeing clients, going to schools, going to different facilities. That's what I was doing. Shout out to those that are in the chat right now. Appreciate you all for coming in. 19, I got a little groove going, doing, night primetime videos, streaming around 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, maybe 9 at night. Weekends going live maybe once or twice. That was my thing. I had a little groove going. I was, some weeks I would go live 3, 4, 5 times, 7 times. Sometimes I would go live every day. That was cool. 2020, the same thing. COVID came. And due to the fact that my business model changed, business was going down at one location in Dallas. And it afforded me the opportunity to go live. Almost every day was going live later. I was going live at different times of the day. I was doing a lot of content creation during COVID. It didn't take precedence over my profession. It's just the fact that because business was down, it allowed me to have the time to do more content, which was not a good thing. Also, as a content creator, we talk about a lot of what we do online, but a lot of content creation is based on what you do offline, based on particularly if you're involved in a sector, if you're involved with certain groups online, your online peers, content creators, interviews, finding people to interview, looking for content. Those were the issues that posed the issue for me. And again, just like in any situation, my profession took priority. I never, ever allowed um, the content itself to take precedence, take priority over what I do for a living. Never. And I never would, even to this day. I'm not doing content on my other channels. Um, I've tried to create new channels that I'm like, I just don't have the time. I created, and I had so many channels. I had the Life Solutions channel. I had D Darrell Live, D Darrell the Rebirth Live. You know, then I added a dating coach channel. I had 4 channels going on. I had a pro Pan African channel that I decided to do away with. Um, yeah, I had several different types of channels, and you know, when my profession calls me, when things are needed as a business owner, I can't afford to allow my YouTube hobby to be placed in front of that. I just can't. And so, and you know, people understand. Like, I get a lot of people may email me like, "Hey, when you're gonna go live? You haven't went live in a long time. When you're gonna do some more videos?" Some people say they like when I do self-help stuff. And so right now, I'm basically operating the way I am now because I have no interest in doing Umar Johnson sector or the sector content. No interest at all. Things are really ugly over there right now. Um, I have invested money, time in that sector. I invested in a lot of things. I'm not proud of a lot of the behavior that I engaged in that sector. Um, I created a character, the Godfather. I thought it was fun, but there are people there who didn't think it was fun. And there were people there who believed I conduct myself like this in real life. There were people who tried to do things to harm me in my real life. There are people who think that they have the right to, they justify why they did the things that they were doing. These are facts. This is what occurred. I don't know what to say about it. I don't know what to say. I don't apologize. I'm not apologizing for, enjoying the entertainment. Because there were people who did a lot of dirty things to me, things that I don't appreciate, and then I've done things in return. That's just facts. I flirted a little bit in the beef sector, didn't do beef sector content. I flirted a little bit with the Manosphere. I was in the Manosphere. Shout out to LV. What's going on, Kai? Kai, I was watching your videos. I watch you in the clouds. I'm loving the content you've been putting out. What's up, Truism? I've been watching your ass too. You funny, man. You're a funny brother, man. I was going on with you and Mahogany, Truism, and some other. You Nibbleland. In Nibbleland, huh? In Magoverse. What's up, fake? What's up, Fifi TV? Look, man, content creation can serve as a relief for me because I deal with a lot of traumatic situations and events, a lot of things that the average human being could not stomach. I'm talking about things that deals with sexual abuse, physical abuse, criminal behavior of all sorts, things with children, adults, adolescents, the geriatric population, and you never know what you're going to deal with with as a therapist. And you have to be on your toes, quick thinking. Because a therapist, we have many roles. We serve as an objective source. We serve as a helper. We serve as someone to give solutions, not advice. As a therapist, I don't give advice. I give solutions, and I give multiple solutions, and I go through the therapeutic process to assist the client in evaluating what would be best for that client. And that can vary amongst person to person. I don't make decisions for other people. Appreciate everybody in here. We got 9 in the chat. Yeah, Nikai, I love your content. Love your content. You be in your room, be in your home, doing your thing, talking about a variety of things, and it's cool. It's cool. And I'm going to be honest, man, I enjoy the effery of YouTube. I'm going to admit that. I enjoy the effery. I enjoy the effery that Truism does, you know, SYSBM. I enjoy the Manosphere. I enjoy the Black sector. I enjoy watching some things in the beef sector. I enjoy the Umar sector, the Mo3, all those sectors, man. They bring something that can be entertaining. Yes, YouTube is toxic. We all know that. It's a toxic environment. But with that toxicity, it provides a environment where you can let your hair down, debrief, be something, do and say things you wouldn't do or say in real life. It allows you the opportunity to engage with people all over the world. There's positive networking that can go on. There's access to professionals and people who have all types of experiences and expertise. You know that there's all types of positive ways in which one could benefit from this environment. He say, man, this channel got me doing all the things. Truism a fool, man. He a fool. Also, my experience in YouTube got really personal. Really, really personal. There were people who were all in my business, in my personal life, in my marital life. There were people who doxed my family, my wife in particular, my daughter. There were people who called my business location. There were people who contacted my board trying to get. They got it time. Fifi said that she in the beef sector, but I mean the beef sector has its but there are some things that are over the top. And I understand you take the risk, you understand what environment that you choose to engage in. I choose to engage. I did. And I've done some low down things to people. Most of that was in retaliation for what they did to me first. I have issues with people who speak on me that don't know me. I have issues with people who just for some reason want to have a perspective about me as if they know certain things. What's going on, Lady Dimple? Lady Dimple. You think Shakim is a sociopath or a narcissist? Again, because I am a professional, I cannot give a professional answer to that would be conceived as diagnoses or analyzation without that person being personally evaluated by me face to face. So it's unethical for me to use those terms as it relates to anybody online. Even if you saw the consultation, I couldn't talk about it because then I need answers. I could give you answers, but I can't give you answers online. I can't give you those answers about that person. Examples, that was a person because I answered a question to my board and tried to get my license taken away because I was careless, was actually vaguely talking about a person's behavior as it relates to a mental health diagnosis, which narcissism and a sociopath, which is called sociopath in mental health terms is basically, that's the old name for antisocial personality disorder. That's what a sociopath or a psychopath, sociopath or psychopath, um, that's what we call which is basically APD, antisocial personality disorder. All I know in regards to Shaquem, what I can tell you is that everything that he's doing right now is not new it's not new. Everything that he's doing is not new to the Umar sector. What he's doing in the beef sector is not new. It is not new. It's actually this brother Ben himself. Now, the fact that he came out, what's up, TMK? The fact that Shaquem came out and claimed he's bisexual or gay, now that was new. Now, we all had our reservations about it, even though we encouraged him to come out years ago and he refused to do so. And he finally decided, I guess after the Vegas trip, I guess it was obvious, and I guess he felt like, it was time to do so. He felt, comfortable in doing what he had to do. So, so it is what it is. Shaquem has struggled with his sexuality. That's obvious. Lady Dimple say I like him and he played me. He played a lot of people. Ask a brother named Kip, K-I-P. He played Kip. He played a bunch of people. The brother, wherever the money is, that's where he's going. And he's willing to compromise friendships, relationships, content. He'll grift. He'll do all of that in the name of making money. Kai says no such thing as bi to me. I get that. There are tons of people who have that sentiment. See, the LGBT community, which I do think they have the right to behave and do the things that they want. It's in your legal right, and I'm for them having their rights to be their own individual. Person like Shaquem makes things kind of murky and cloudy because he lies, and he didn't have to lie, because we all knew that you like, you're attracted to men. You've been with men. You talked about being gay for pay. When we know that you've had relationships with men, you did Hot Boy Summer with a guy with the chest together. Hey, and my position is, see, what people don't understand, Lady Dimples, like we've had people in the sector, such as Stargate, who is bisexual. We had another person, Stephanie Collins, who is gay, but she's been married before, but she I guess she's gay. We also had Stephen Gaetano, who is celibate at the moment, but he no longer subscribes to the behavior of the LGBT community, although he lived that lifestyle most of his life. No one, absolutely no one, Lady Dimples, said disparaging things about Stephen, who was openly came in the sector talking about gay rhetoric with him and Lennon Honor. Nobody criticized him. Nobody tried to shame him. We treated him with respect. And so we were like, Shaquem, you're going to get the same treatment. We're not going to look at you any different. But that would happen. So I made it a point not to talk a lot about the LGBT community from a professional standpoint, although I can from time to time. My first channel, D Durrell, was actually struck by a group of misfits, some of them that were part of the LGBT community. They were hardcore, even though one of them claimed he wasn't gay. And due to that occurring, the channel got taken down. This happened 4 years ago, the day after my birthday. Matter of fact, it was October 22nd, 2000. That channel was struck down. And I tried to get the channel back, and they denied me the opportunity. They denied me that opportunity. Kai said Lenora. Yeah, Lenora. Lenora. My boy Conscientious said Leonora. Look, man. I enjoy content creation. I really do. I think that content creation is fun. I love the engagement. It's you all, the people who are in my chat right now. You're the reason why I continue it, because I love the different perspectives, people from different backgrounds, people from different cultures. Because we got, I have people that are from Africa who watch me. I got people from the Caribbean. I have a lot of people from the Caribbean and from Europe. Right now, I have multiple people from Great Britain that watch my channel. At one time, man, I had black people from France watching me. I had Indian. I had a guy from he was from what was he from? He was from like Ethiopia or Somalia or something like that. He used to come on and talk to me about all kinds of things, man. He had some little dating issues and stuff. And I was, before I even was really doing dating coaching, because I counsel people and coach people with relationship issues all the time. So right now I'm hanging out in the neighborhood. I'm in the neighborhood right now at a park. And so I'm just chopping it up with you all for a little bit before I get home. I'm enjoying this vertical thing. I'm enjoying the vertical thing. So there have been many situations as a content creator in which I would have a intense, out of control therapy session, tons of paperwork, issues with my staff, issues with all kinds of work-related things. And I go online and it just oozes away. I just do my thing. It's a stress reliever. It takes me away from things, and I enjoyed it. But number one, you don't want to rely on any one method of decompressing. She said, yeah, vertical is what's up now. Yeah, so vertical is what's up. So that's what I'm doing. But, I'm going to tell you when content creation become overwhelming. And it's not the content. It's when you are involved in sectors and when you have built a following and you begin to contact people and people contact you. They email you, they send you text messages about somebody saying something about you. Are you going to respond back? When you begin to have, I almost got my head almost hit the tree. You know, when you have a situation where you're in daily communication with people and they want to continue on certain type of content, like the Umar sector can becomes very displeased with me when I slow down on doing content or when I go to the manosphere or whatever and I stop doing Umar content in the sector. I usually do it when they're doing things that I don't like and they're going in areas I don't like, and I'm like, I gotta get away from this. I'm gonna do content, but I'm not. I want to be a part of certain things. Right now, I'm there right now. There's some things going on right now that I really don't have a lot to say about anything, and so I'm not. But what I will do is pull up, do this vertical, allow this vertical to do its magic. I can just go live and hey, I'm here. I can talk to you all. I can chat with you all. You all talk to me in the chat, and you can see me do a video, and it's more productive, more positive content. That's where I'm at. But I appreciate you, Kai, for being here. I appreciate you, Lady Dimples, and my boy TMK Media up in here. Appreciate you all for being here, man. I do appreciate that. Um, but content can take its toll. Now there are those, and to me, as a therapist, I've seen people stressed out, and I've had people contact me many times. There's a lot of people who have certain like mental health issues, just some stressors and short-term issues going on, and they may not go live and talk about that things, but they low-key will email me and contact me just to get information, and I do appreciate that. I actually enjoy, and I actually like when people call me and they ask me questions. They want education about mental health. That was my initial reason for being on here in the first place, to do those things. I feel like I'm doing my job. People are asking me things relative to my profession. So guys, I'm out here, at the lake. This is relaxing too, so you enjoy. I'm here watching the ducks. I'm in my neighborhood right now. They got the waterfall going. So I'm enjoying it right now. So I'm just chilling. So this is what I kind of do sometimes. Yeah. So again, like D-Durrell Life Solutions. I have a ton of really, 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 really good topics that I'm going to bring up. Some will be related to the black community, and some will be related to just American culture in general, and just things that can really help and benefit people. That's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm at. Yeah, I'm enjoying the view, man. This is how D-Durrell live. I'm in my little neighborhood. I'm seeing the ducks. I'm out here relaxing. I'm hearing the water. Man, it's so soothing to hear the water. Like, and I can feel it. Like, you can really feel it right now. So you can just see it. It's so serene. It's very serene. And listen, I feel like one of the most disappointing things, like say, I felt like YouTube has people in these sectors have underutilized the resources and the expertise, the knowledge that I can provide them on things. There are very few people that take advantage of it. At one time, I was very open. I was doing interviews. People would ask me information. They wanted resources that related to mental health. I provided it. Like things that I would get paid hundreds of dollars for, I was doing it free of charge. I was doing crisis intervention, telling people to go to the hospital and I opened up to doing some therapy with people but well, this was actually people that I'm not necessarily friends with or close associates with, but I offered all kinds of things, man, that you would pay all types of money, hundreds of dollars. And I was willing to do it for free just to help people out. I enjoyed the engagement. Um, I'm hoping, I am hoping that I can maybe get back to that. Because right now, I'm in a space right now, guys, that I have two very, very important economic opportunities going on right now. Two. And both of them they're not risky, but they involve a lot of money. like, like we're talking 6, 7 figures of in total. I look at the little kid running behind the duck. Look at that. That's cute. That's cute. You better be careful. But listen, um, I, for the most part, they for the I'm like say for instance when I was doing big time manosphere content, I'm gonna say this. What the manosphere don't understand is that throughout all of the BS that they would say, for the most part, there was some levels of truth. Some of the complaints were legitimate. Now, I'm gonna say, like basically 15% of what they talked about, they had some valid points. The other 85% was BS. But that was legitimately about 10 to 15% of things that they talked about were legitimate gripes. But it got overshadowed by the rest of the negativity. Like, there are legitimate gripes that come to child support and paternity testing, things of that sort. There are legitimate gripes as it relates to dating and marriage in the black community. There is a legitimate gripe about, children born out of the wedlock, but it goes both ways. There are men that are not marrying these women. And there are legitimate issues related to research, even though they didn't know how to analyze the research properly. But they didn't want to listen to me. They want to listen to people like BGS Iltmore. They want to listen to people like Tia Son Johnson, who has a degree that has no economic value outside of working in academia. You know, and the Green Gorilla and all these other people who say all of these things that only placate and feed the beast of this irrational thinking that has no observable advantages in real life. The red pill is a detriment to black men. It is not a solution. Let's look at a profile. This is me as a content creator speaking from the fact that I've been in these environments since 2016. Okay? As far as being in sectors. I began watching the manosphere around, I want to say, February, March of 2016. Okay? That's where I began watching it, right? And I started off watching. The first person I watched was Minister Jap. The second person I watched after Minister Jap was it was either Manosphere or Manosphere related. After Minister Jap, I watched O'Shea, then I watched Angry Man, and then I watched what's the guy name? Kenneth Thomas was the Grandmaster Troll, and all the things that were affiliated with that, and those and the Cynthia G stuff. you either was in the manosphere, you talked about the manosphere, you had issues with them, or you were somewhere social. I watch content related to that. Okay, I watch all of that stuff. I started watching Mr. Research, who's been around for ages. Um, I started watching Hardcore Tito. Hardcore Tito was one of the first YouTubers I like probably the like top 5. But before that, I really was watching pro-black content. I was watching. Actually, it was a black female that got that. I saw a little bit of Tommy Sotomayor back in 2014, but I wasn't feeling it. I also saw Phil the Advice Show. I wasn't feeling him either. But I continued to watch his content a little bit. But I wasn't really in these sectors like that. I didn't really start watching YouTube and watching it consistently daily until 2016, March of 2016. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. That's where that's what I was doing. So I decided to, you know, after a year of listening to that stuff every day almost, you know what? I'm gonna give this take a crack at it. I think I can do this. Um, and so I enjoyed it so much. But I didn't think these guys were that serious about the stuff. There was another guy. He was a Hebrew Israelite that I used to watch too. That was in the manosphere. He's still doing content too, but he left. There was few other people that I watched too that they were all doing content and stuff like that. I just can't get their names out. But I watched about maybe somewhere around 8 to 10 manosphere content creators at that time, or manosphere related, and I enjoyed it. I watched it a lot in the daytime. I wouldn't watch it at night. I didn't watch YouTube at night, period. And so at night, during the daytime, I watched it while I was working, as I do now. And then at night, I was really heavy on watching a lot of television, which I gotten away from slowly. But I, stopped watching a lot of TV because there was just not enough interesting content on TV. So I just started, began watching more YouTube. And then I started watching more content creators. I started seeing more people in different sectors and the political stuff, the Sonettas, and so I'm like, man, I'm gonna take a crack at this, which I did, and I did watch some Umar stuff and things like that. And so, what a lot of people don't understand as they know the evolution of me as a content creator is that I did not start off doing Umar content. I started off doing pro-black. I talked about mental health, sprinkled with some pro-black content. My first video that actually really got views was actually me talking about Phil the Advice Show, lying to people about how pro-black he is, knowing he married to an Hispanic woman, and he tried to be disingenuous about his wife being mixed with African-American, Native American, and white. And he was lying. He was Hispanic. You got mixed children. Then you claim I did a video, like my videos at the time wasn't even cracking 100. I would probably get anywhere between 30 to 50 views on my videos. That Field Advised video got like 1,200, 1,500 to 2,000 views. I started getting some subscribers, and then about a month after that, I got a lot of views again when I talked about Rashida. I learned a lot about Rashida Strober through O'Shea. I made a comment about her with being a dark-skinned activist, and I talked about the fact that she failed to talk about the plight of black men. It was only focusing on black women, as if black men don't have similar experiences. And she called me, she reached out to me, we chopped it up, we had fun, We did, we kind of talked to that stuff. I said my stuff, and man, to this day, me and her cool. I see her every now and then. Shout out to Rashida Strobel. Yeah, Tariq. I saw some. I didn't watch a lot of Tariq then. I didn't really start watching a lot of Tariq until probably like. Oh, and I watched a lot of Boyce Watkins too. Now, I watched a lot of Boyce Watkins back then. Um, I went to an all black national convention in Houston. That was in 2017, I think, or 18. Around that time, he was beefing with Umar. I started doing my Umar content. Once I did that Field Advice show video, I did a video like that, the one with Rashida. I started getting some interviews from people. Um, and I was basically in the manosphere, watching the manosphere, and people didn't even know I had a channel. And then when O'Shea found out in 18, and no, he found out in 19 that I had a channel. And he was like, "What? You got a channel?" And he put me on, and I started talking about black men's mental health. Before you know it, I started getting all these goddamn subscribers from all over the place. People started recognizing who I was at. I started getting on panels. The StreamYard situation allowed everybody to get on there, and then I was invited as a person on the Sunday Rumbles, which I was very selective about what Rumble I would get on and partake in. And then my name just kind of went throughout the waves. And then at the same time, I started doing Umar content. Everybody was tripping on, and then people started knowing who the hell I was. So that's kind of what they went. But it was fun, man. I didn't have to worry about, man, like the personal stuff, man. Everything on YouTube stayed on YouTube. That's what my content was like. Everything on YouTube stayed on YouTube. Now people have a hard time. Everybody want to dox people. Everybody want to get personal. They want to ruin people's careers and all this other stuff, man. That's not my ministry. That's not. I don't find that entertaining at all. Yeah, Kai says she found me in 2019. I was looking for Tariq and Dr. Umar. Yeah, and I came up because I was in that algorithm, particularly with Umar. Um, and so from that point, I enjoy doing what I do, man. I don't think I can always take a break from content. Um, I don't know if I'll ever like just say, you know what, I'm tired of doing content. Period. I can see myself taking long breaks, but I could see myself going live like this and chatting and talking to you and having a conversation. I can see myself interacting in positive content that's helpful, that's positive, that's enriching to someone's life. I see that because certain people see me in a certain way that is not necessarily indicative of who I really am, and they think I'm for the effery all the time, and I'm really not. And I can get down and dirty if I need to, but I'm not for that. I'm actually kind of exhausted with all of that mess, and so yeah. So now you just see me enjoying myself in this type of scenery, and it's nice and cool out here. This is fall weather. This is in Texas. It's like maybe 80, 75 degrees right now. I mean, I'm enjoying this. This is what I like. This is what I'm about. I'm about peace. I'm about peace right now. So I'm about peace. I'm not about drama. But I've been reflecting a lot. There's tons of mental health topics I can talk about. There's tons of topics. There's tons of things that I can speak on. There's tons of things that I can indulge in, and I'm going to focus on that. And so I am telling you all at this point, you will begin to see more of a attempt by me to give you firsthand content that relates to mental health that you will not hear from anybody. Matter of fact, if you have a therapist, a mental health professional, psychiatrist, whatever, I'm going to attempt to educate you in things that they would not tell you, to make it plain, putting it in layman's terms, making it make sense, and giving a common sense approach to mental health itself. you know. And I think that it's a need, it's a necessity. Even if I do a live stream, that live stream will be education. And those that want to engage in this content with me, I will appreciate your participation. Um, as far as having panels and things of that sort, there'll probably be a reduction in all of that. As far as me doing a bunch of panels and things, unless there's a discussion that I want to hear on what everybody else has to say about that particular topic. So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. It's been a pleasure. Appreciate you all for being here today. This is D. Durrell with D. Durrell Life Solutions. I hope y'all have a great day. Thanks for coming by.